Waiting for Instagram. Checking connection. You are now live. Hello everyone, it's LJ from Pureco, and today we are showing you how to use our Crackle Finish. So it's super easy. There's just, a couple of little tips to, know about when you're using it. So basically all it is one product, and it's like a clear liquid, kind of, I don't even know what it looks like. It kind of looks like a bit of an oil in there. It's quite thick, like a sugar syrupy sort of thick. So basically, to start off with, you need to have, well, you don't have to, but you have to have a dry surface to put it on. And you can either do it over raw wood. So if you've got some raw wood, you can put the Crackle Finish on. Or you've got painted wood, you put your paint on. So that has to be dry. Otherwise, when you apply the crackle, it's just going to sort of drag the paint off if it's still wet. So this is a part that we've prepared earlier. So basically, this has got one coat of our carbon chalk on the table, and then I've applied a coat of the Crackle Finish. So you can leave it on until it's completely dry, or you can kind of start working with the crackle when it's mostly dry. So this has been on for 10 minutes. I've used it depending on the weather. Like I've used it after leaving it on for 10 minutes, I've used it after 20 minutes, I've used it after half an hour, and it all gives the same result. So it just depends on the weather mainly. You do want it to be mostly dry, so this is probably a bit too wet. You can see it's quite kind of shiny, but it will kind of have more of a matte satiny look once it's dry. So I will just dry this off a little, but while that's drying, I will put it on and I'll show you how to apply the Crackle Finish. So give it a shake or a stir, and you can see it's kind of just a clear, funny sort of liquid. It doesn't really have any smell, a little bit of a smell, but there's no like harmful fumes coming off it. So basically all you do, you can use a synthetic or a bristle brush, and you can apply either really thickly and chunky, or you can apply thinly. If it's too thin, you won't get as much crackle. But I would say apply it as thick as you would paint to get some coverage. So I don't really, I've just wiped it and put it on. You can do cross hatching, you can dabble it on, anything. You can do anything when applying this on. You just go for it, paint it on. Doesn't matter if it's neat or tidy. You can have chunks in crevices and anything like that. But you do want it not too light. If it's really thin, you'll just get really minute crackles that you can't really see very well. It's a little bit drippy as well, so bear that in mind when you've got it on. You need to just watch the drips, because they kind of look a bit weird. So that's it really. It's super simple to apply that section of it. See, this is still, I'll do a little test patch. Oops, oopsie. Test patch on this, see if it'll work for me. So you can basically use the crackle with any of our products. So you can use it with the stains, you can use it with the chalk, you can use it with the silk, you can use it with the metallics. Haven't tried it with, we might try that today, a little bit of the pearl. I'll get some pearl sealer and we'll have a little try. So I'm going to show you all the different effects you can get. So I've just got a little bit of chalk paint here. Now this is the bit where there are some rules with your applying your paint over the top. So this layer of paint is the one that's going to crack. So whatever colour you want showing through the cracks is what you paint underneath. Thanks, darling. Oh, is there some samples of the black?
No, there isn't.
In with the stains? Maybe bring me a coloured stain. That would be cool. Okay, so let's, I don't know if you can see this in the video, all right? So you just have to apply in one direction. If you're doing too many crisscrosses, you're just going to smudge up the crackles. I think it's a little bit too wet still. As you can see, I'm getting some dragging. And I kind of just barely brush the paint over. But yeah, you can't really work it, otherwise you're going to just smear the crackle. I can speed it up a little. Oh, is that not plugged in there? No, that's all right. So you can see almost instantly it starts crackling. I'll get Iana to, oh actually I can show that. I think it's too wet still, but you're getting a little bit of crackle there. It's got a bit of drag in it, so not quite dry enough. But that's basically how it goes. I might just get the heat gun. I've got to turn the light off now. Always turning the light off. You guys know how much I love my heat gun. Can't help myself. I just might dry this off so I can show you better the effect. Starting to crackle again. Has anyone used any Crackle before? It's pretty easy and it really gives a nice effect. It's just having patience, which I have none of. Yeah, like my daughter does. Calm down, Mummy. It kind of goes a bit sticky. It's kind of weird stuff. Hopefully. Now, right, let's have another go with the chalk.
Ooh, the Nick to the Neck asked, does it require sealing after?
Well, if you use a chalk paint, yes. It's just like you would any other paint. So whatever paint's on the top, if it's a silk, no. But if you've used chalk, yes. Okay, so that's worked better there. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm too short, guys. Just too short. Okay, so I'll apply some chalk there. Oh, thanks, darling. Try and do bright colour so you can see it. Let's move that there. Like there. Okie dokie doos. Another brush. It doesn't matter what type of brush you use either. It's because it's sort of a textured finish, you don't need to do any smooth edges or anything like that. So this is silk in cranberry.
Such a nice colour.
Yeah, so pretty. It'll look awesome over. And see how you just try not to work the paint too much.
Angela Parker.
Hello!
We're just doing the crackle. That's what
Okay.
she is.
And it will start cracking in the first sort of 5 minutes. So it's not long before you start seeing results. It's pretty instant. Yeah, that's working better there, isn't it, than here. I might just do a bit of the chalk on here so it's a bit easier to see on this flatter surface. Still dragging. Okay, so I'll get a bit of metallic as well so you can see that will work over the top. Actually, I need a smaller brush. So I've just got some of our gold. I haven't painted something metallic for ages. Oh, it sounds very quiet. It's never quiet in here.
There'll be trucks soon.
Oh yeah, we'll get a big delivery right in the middle of the video today.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
always the way. Okay, what are we doing next? Driftwood. We'll do some driftwood. So again, when you're applying the actual crackle medium, just go nuts how you apply it. Doesn't have to be straight, smooth or anything. But when you're applying your second coat, you need to try and just work it in one direction. Look at my beautiful paintings. Just
Wow, what a piece. It's gorgeous.
It's hideous. That's funny. I'm going to do some coloured stain over it. Let's just go crazy.
I got some of the other coloured stains down there.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Is that, oh yeah, denim stain and glaze. So if you're after a smooth finish, I wouldn't go for your crackle. It's something that, you know, you're adding age and texture and interest to your piece. It's not really, if you're into smooth finishes, it's possibly not your thing, but it is really good if you've got a piece that you just can't get super smooth. It's just the fit, you know, you can't get it to be you know, a great substrate to start with. Then this is like a really good option for you to sort of do something a bit creative and, you know, give it a unique look. So I'll just do some of the black pearl sealer. And we'll see how that crackles. Oops, just get it everywhere, LJ. Nice. Okay, so hopefully, so they're all starting to crack. Oh, let's put a hand in wet paint.
Do you want to remind everyone like what
Yeah,
it is?
so I don't know if you can see all of those, but so the red is our cranberry in silk, the green is capri in chalk, the gold is our metallic gold, and then we've got driftwood stain, denim stain, and then black pearl sealer. So you can see the black pearl I've only just applied, but you can see how it's giving it texture underneath, how it dried as well. So I mean, you obviously wouldn't paint it so shabbily as I have. I'm only just doing it for demo. Oh no, I'm going to so sell this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see you can get larger cracks. So if you have some thicker areas, you'll get larger cracks, or if you apply it thinner, you'll get thinner cracks. You can also, I thought this before I did the video, I thought, I wonder if this would work. So I'm going to try it live. No idea how it's going to turn out, you know, as usual. Just dry. Can you plug that back in for me? I'm just going to dry this off, and I'm just going to try something. Nothing like doing it live, not knowing what the result will be, but I've got a theory, and I'm just going to test it with everyone. So you can speed it up a little bit with the heat gun, but for me, it always does work better when you let the crackle dry naturally. But it still will crack, just not quite as much. So I just wanted to have a go. Where did yeah. I was thinking to myself earlier, if you did the crackle really chunky, you know how you get that chippy look? I was just wondering if you could kind of go with a crack and get a chippy look.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds like it would work.
Yeah, like, because it would, that's obviously not dry there, but you would be sort of cracking off a crack. I don't know. It sounds like it would work in my head, but I mean, it's not dry enough for my theory to work. But I was thinking you could give it a go and see if you could get that chippy look where you just
flake it off.
Yeah, like you catch the crack and flake it off, like on purpose, obviously.
Would that probably only work with the chalk because it's not sealed?
Well, no, if you're scraping it and it's not quite dry, it's going to scrape off any paint. It's not cured yet, so I don't know. It was a theory. Someone try it for me. I mean, they're not videoing
Someone
it.
with patience.
Someone who's got more patience than me. So here you go. This is what made me think it. If you look at the denim there, see how it looks chippy rather than crackle because it's on really thick? That's what was making me think that you could make it look chippy. And it's really nice. You can do like white on white. So you do a coat of white, the crackle, and then another coat of white, and then use like your coloured waxes, dark waxes to you know, get into all the cracks and then wipe it back. So you've got your white with dark wax cracks. That doesn't sound like wax cracks. Reminds me when I was a beauty therapist. So yeah, so you kind of getting that, you can get that chippy look once you apply both your paint and your crackle heavily, and then you're getting like, there's the pearl, the black pearl, which is really nice. So once those are dry, they will lose that real shiny look. They're just taking on the sheen from the crackle. So hopefully that's helped. Has anyone got any questions? Oh, exactly what I was thinking, Kylie. So I might dry off this a bit more and do, Oh, sorry, darling. You're just like plugging and unplugging me.
Garth gets up me for not using the line.
Thank you, darling. I want to see if that's going to work. I'm actually probably got the heat going on it too much now. Just blatantly shaving the paint off. Get that bit dry. Oh, sorry, did I just like burn your head?
No. I keep my purple hair keeps poking into the frame.
So I'll do a wax section for you and show you what I mean, but I'll do it with the black. So, oh gosh, here we go. Running out of brushes. This one too. Okay, so I'm just doing the, I've got a section here with the crackle on it, which is dried completely. So I'll put the black carbon chalk over the top, and my back is so sore today. I think we lifted too many boxes yesterday, aren't we? And I'll show you what I mean with the wax. Hello, baby cakes. Oh, this is going to look good. I like it already. So you can use any colour combinations. There's no rules. You know, you can do like crazy crackle with different colours underneath. You know, like complementary colours, or what's the other one? Complementary colours and opposite. What are the opposite colour ones called?
It's
contrasting.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can do, there's no rules really with it. The only rule with using the crackle is apply it, you know, liberally. I wouldn't do it too thin. And when you've got the crackle dry, then just go in one direction when you're painting your top layer on. I mean, you can always do it again over the top. You can always layer it upon layer. Is that dried? I've got a bit of crackle in there. Let's get white wax. Thank you. I might just dry it off a little bit more so I can get the wax. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull it off. I really wish you could like fast forward alive, like just go 1 moment.
Yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? But I hate doing too much. This is one I prepared earlier, because then you
know how to do it.
Yeah, you miss all the steps.
LJ, did the bedside get retired?
Oh, I haven't finished them yet.
Probably strip them off in another video.
I know, that's what my husband said. Are you just going to strip these back and do them every week? And I'm like, maybe. This poor table has been here for like a year, and
So
I would practice stuff on it, and poor little thing. It's a bit dead, and it had like sticky lacquer, and it was a bit yuck. So I thought it's perfect for crackle. Not that I will leave it like this.
Probably will for a while.
Yeah. Okay. This may be dry enough. We can only just try, can't we? So I'm just using white wax, and we'll see if this is a good idea or an epic fail. Oh, so far it's an epic fail. No, it might not be. I've got to rub it back yet. But I think paint's not quite dry enough. Oh, I think this is pearl. Okay. Oh, that's damp. Oh, got another one. Okay, let's wipe this back and see if it worked. Oh, a little bit. It's probably not as dramatic as I thought it would be. Yeah, no, hasn't worked. Maybe I haven't got enough crackle on it, but oh, I don't know, I can't even see where I'm supposed to be showing you. So I just did the black paint over the crackle on there. I can see the crackle, but it's very subtle.
Oh, this front side's looking real good now.
I really want to try the pearl crackle, like the pearl paint over the black. That'd be nice, the white pearl. If you ever have trouble getting the induction seals off, they've got like a little tab. Well, they do now, not when I first started using it, but they do now. And I just like lift that up and hold it and just pull it back with a spatula. I find that's the easiest way. Otherwise, I'm trying to get it off with my teeth, and I tell you, I did crack a tooth trying to get it off with my teeth, which, you know, is not good. Okay, so oh, it might not work because I've got the black over the crackle. Oh, whatever, let's just do it. Who cares?
It's our white pearl sealer, by the way.
See, if I fail, then no one else fails because they've watched me do it.
This is what not to do.
This is what not to do. Just don't listen to LG. She just does crazy stuff.
Making sure we go on.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm not going to dry that off. Yeah, I don't think that's going to crackle. But here, I'll show you. This will just keep working and working until you seal it. So, or it dries, whichever comes first. So you can see you can get really dramatic looks, and you can get really subtle looks. So that's quite thin, that coat I did there, and then the thicker coats you've got more chippy. See it, sorry, my arms are like chicken arms.
Oh yeah, it looks good on camera.
If you can see
real good.
there. So yeah, it is pretty easy, it's not hard. And at the end of the day, if you don't like it, just whack a, what am I trying to say?
Sand it off.
Sand it off, yep. Sand it off, scrape it off, strip it off, whatever. So that's how you use our crackle. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's a really fun one to do. I love doing crackle and then using a palette knife to put your paint on over the top and do heaps of texture, and then I throw dark wax at it and all that sort of stuff. So you can do some really fun things with the texture. It doesn't have to be just an all over complete look either. You can do it in your, you know, over your appliques, in your corners, crevices, any sort of details on your pieces. Really nice just on painted knobs as well, like painted handles. So yeah, it doesn't have to be all over. You can do it just in little pieces. It's really cool in conjunction with like your antique transfers, that sort of thing as well. The ones, you know, like the old botanics and things like that. So yeah, have some fun, have a play on just some spare wood and that sort of thing. It is really easy. It's just remembering, you know, put a base coat on, or you can do it over raw wood. Apply your crackle liberally and any direction, then wait for that to dry, So it'll be anywhere between sort of 10 to half an hour, maybe longer, depending on the depending on the weather. Like I did it on the weekend, and 10 minutes and it was dry, done. Where here we put this on 15 minutes before we started the video, and it still wasn't quite dry enough. So it just does depend on the weather. It's a bit overcast and cool today. Then when you're putting your paint over the top of the crackle, you just do nice light, one direction coats so that you're not dragging it too much. You can do it all over the place if you're wanting that really chunky, chippy look. That's what it'll do. It'll drag the paint around. But yeah, it's pretty simple to use. There's no kind of, if you can remember that, like that's it. That's the hard bit. So yeah, the paint's not quite dry even. Oh yeah. So if your paint is still wet with the crackle, I'll show you. You really do have to, before you do anything else and seal it, like if it's not wet, it's just going to take the paint off. See there, it's just taken. So you do need to wait for it to dry before you do any sort of sealing or anything like that. So yeah, it works with all of our paint products, the pearl sealers, the stains, the metallics, and the chalk and silk. I can't get my words out. I think I need another coffee today. So I'll put that aside, and hopefully if you have any questions, please ask them. I'll just go through and answer questions.
Kylie just said it can be used on vases, vases.
Oh
canvases,
yeah, it's great on
picture frames.
It's great on like trays and decor items. I really like it. You can do it over decoupage paper. So you can put your decoupage paper over if you've got something quite dramatic and colourful underneath. Paint your crackle, and then do, you could do like a whisper glaze over the top, and then that would work and look amazing. And you could even do some coloured waxes. Like, you can just go crazy. It's really fun to have a play with things. Our prize, we've got our prize winner from last week.
Do you rather hat?
Who wins a little hemp oil and a little liquid wax is Rosie Wintercheeks. What a cute name! It's so adorable. I think
she was on Instagram.
Yeah, she was shared our video on Instagram. So today, please, whatever platform you're on, share our video, and I will send you out, where is it, a tub of our crackle to have a play with. So anyone just has to share our video, and we go through and just pick a name and draw it out of a hat. So congratulations, Rosie. I'll message you after the video. I also wanted to do a bit of a sneaky release. I know I released some new paints about a fortnight ago. It feels like a year ago now. I've had a bit of drama with deliveries and everything. It's been a little bit stressful, but anyway, I did have this product already ready. So we have, from today, releasing a texture finish. So basically, it's basically like your traditional salt wash finish. It is a powder, and it's Australian. It's all Australian made. Okay, so you can see it's just a powder. So it comes in the same size tub as your 600ml paint, but it's about 350 grams. It will also come with just your plastic seal top. Because the powder is so fine, I didn't want people to be pulling that induction seal off and just getting a face full of powder. It's all non-toxic, but please, if you have any respiratory problems or anything like that, we do suggest you wear some goggles and a mask. I've just been wearing my COVID mask. Just because it's a fine powder and you can breathe it in, especially if you've got little kids and that sort of thing. But it is non-toxic. It's just the powdery
Just
stuff.
to be safe.
Yeah. So this is an example of the finish you can get with it. So next week we'll do a video and I'll show you all different ways to use this textured medium. So the only, I guess, rule with it is that it doesn't really work with the silk finish. Because the silk finish is self-leveling, it kind of levels out the texture, which is the opposite of what you want when you're using a texture.
Well.
The self-leveling thing just like kicks its butt and just goes, we don't want texture, we want to be flat. So this is all done with our chalk. So this, I mix the texture medium with Capri underneath, and then I just put it on in a stippling motion. Once that's dry, you have to really let it dry overnight. I just did a coat of Fossil, wasn't it? Yeah, Fossil over the top and clear waxed it. So when you do your second layer, so the top colour, if you're doing it in two-tone, you can do that in silk because the texture's already dry and already there. But when you're mixing the texture with paint, which is what we suggest your chalk finish.
That's 1-to-1 ratio, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio depending on what colour you're using, because the paints have a different consistency depending on how much tint is in them. So just be aware of that. You can have a little play yourself. You can also, I'll show you, there's a different way of mixing it, but you can also use it for, because you mix it with paint, you can use it for coloured raised stencils, which I've done a little bit there. So whatever paint colour you mix the texture with, that's what colour it will be. And I've also like filled a hole knot here as well. So you can use it to fill little holes. It's not its main purpose, so it does have a little bit of shrinkage and you may need to do another go. But if in a pinch, if you haven't got some spatula, you can use it for that as well.
And it sands down real smooth.
It's super fine, so if you sand over the top, it'll be super smooth, like kind of ceramic-y smooth. Like we've got some really nice finishes. So that'll be what we'll do next week. I will show you how to do that. I will have a piece prepped because you do have to let it dry overnight. But what I'll be doing, I've got these little pots. They were, I think, 98 cents each from Bunnings, and we'll do like a concrete look on that next week. That's it, I think. So stockers are already ordering this in. So yeah, if you want to try some,
Comes with a little scoop as well.
Yeah, it comes with a little scoop. It's really easy to use. You can just mix it, go nuts. You'll know it sort of goes chunky if you add it all 1-to-1 mixture. It's a bit chunky, and that's what you want for the texture. If you're wanting to use it for a stencil, just put a bit in at a time and mix it so it comes out like a smooth paste. But we'll go through that next week. So yeah, stockers are starting to get this delivered this week. So if you want to give it a try, I think it's about recommended retail from $30. So it's not too bad for that amount of stuff. I think that's it.
Yeah, don't forget to share the video.
Yeah, don't forget to share this video and
win a Crackle
you
on
can
Instagram or Facebook.
win a pot. Oh, she's telling me what to say all the time. She's so bossy.
No, I'm always back here. They don't even know what I look like.
And I've corrupted her. Put your head in there. She's gone purple. She's mine.
Whoa.
I'm spewing. My brother's coming home tomorrow because I'm going to turn 50 tomorrow, and my baby brother's coming to surprise me. And this is my niece, his daughter. So
Yeah. Hi.
yeah. But yeah, so we're going to do a big wave from the park. COVID safe hello tomorrow. So yeah, have fun trying the Crackle and share the video, and we will send you out a little Crackle. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.